All right. How is it going tonight, class? My apologies for the very late start. I had a rehearsal tonight that was only supposed to go until 9, and I ended up needing to be there until just shy of 10 o'clock. So, needless to say, I am ready to rip and tear. And not just that, I've got cold ones ready to crack. Let me explain what we will be doing tonight. Instead of playing through a typical Doom WOD, what we'll be doing tonight is actually a mod for Doom called Corruption Cards. This essentially adds a roguelike or roguelite element to Doom, where at the start of each level you are presented with a choice of 3 different cards that add some kind of random or chaotic effect into the game. Every 3 levels, one of those cards becomes persistent and permanent. Hey Hamza, good to see you. I'm going to be playing through some Doom with corruption cards turned on tonight. So I think the easiest way to demonstrate this is to just boot up Doom and show you what I mean. So I'm going to do something that I don't think I've ever done on stream, which is just play original Doom 1. Am I an actual professor? I am a teacher, Hamza. So, yeah, pretty much. All right, there we go. Whoop. Hold on 1 second. There we go. So as I'm sure you've guessed from some of my other streams, I do teach music, and in the past I've also been an English teacher, teaching English as a foreign language, actually. So I used to live overseas in the past, taught English. So what I'm going to do now is show you what corruption cards means. Hey, thanks, Hamza. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, the balanced way to play corruption cards is you choose one of 3 cards each level, and cards get progressively more and more dangerous as you go through the game. Hold on, I've got my sound quite low in Doom. I'll turn that up after. So every 3rd level you get a permanent card. Hardcore mode, every card becomes permanent. So, since this is just Doom 1, Knee Deep in the Dead, the Shareware episode, I'm going to go with this. There is also Chaos Mode, where all card effects are permanent and you don't get a choice of what card. And there's a daily challenge as well. Or you can customize your experience. I'm going to go ahead and select Hardcore. Now there's multiple sets of cards you can choose from. Regular includes every card. So monsters could learn how to fly, earthquakes could happen. Something different's going to happen every single time you play. Balanced would be, a more standard, straightforward Doom experience. It says, for players who want the added difficulty without the nonsense. However, I want the nonsense. New friends. These are cards that all add more enemies to the levels, in some strange and interesting ways. Science Project is all about monster modification. So monsters might get new abilities, extra buffs, they might learn to fly. Treacherous World or environmental hazards. I'm just going to leave on the pool that includes everything. So now at the start of each level... Oh god. So... The choices I have right here are Accelerated Boost, meaning all projectiles travel faster. Surprise Cyber Demon, which will add a Cyber Demon somewhere in this level. Or Marked for Death. Monsters begin hunting players from the start. Now, because I'm playing on hardcore, any of these effects are permanent and will last until the game is over. So if I choose Surprise Cyber Demon, there will be a Cyber Demon in every single level. I'm not going to choose that. I'm going to choose Accelerated Boost, so monster projectiles are going to be a lot faster. So we're going to go with that. let me turn up my game audio just a bit. It's a little quiet on your end, I think. That should be a little better. And let's go. Regular expression, it's extremely cool. Also, good to see you. So to kind of just show it off, I'm going to play, you know, just the regular shareware episode of Doom 1, which is a game that I've known since 1994. You know, very... We're going to start with an easy level set just to show how this works, basically. But then I was thinking something more fun by far would be to play, you know, like Plutonia, or maybe Scythe 1 like this. So after I, you know, give everybody an idea of what to expect, I'll move on to something a little more difficult, a little more exciting. Hey Xavier, good to see you. So, if you're just joining us, we are playing Doom with what are called corruption cards enabled. This is a great mod that came out earlier this year, and it adds a lot of random chance elements into Doom that don't normally exist in the game. It's going pretty well. I'm, in truth, a little frustrated because I had a rehearsal tonight that went nearly an hour late for a music job I have Sunday. So I'm a bit tired because a rehearsal that was supposed to end at 9 went until nearly 10. And that's annoying. Oh, I was a little too late to get that last secret, but that's fine. So you'll see what I mean. So all monsters are going to have fast projectiles from here on out for the rest of the game. And now at the start of the next level, we have to choose another card. So it will be either volcanic traps. So this will add... Hey, Thoden, thank you very much. Nice. So this will either add volcanic floor traps to the level, add dart traps to the level, or an earthquake may occur. Now, any of these are going to be permanent effects for the rest of the game. I want to see what an earthquake looks like in Doom. But now, you know, the game continues as normal, more or less. This being Doom 1, you know, there's no super shotgun, the enemy roster is a lot smaller. You know, it's not particularly difficult or interesting. Not that Doom 1 is uninteresting, but, you know, it's really just a prototype for what came later. Granted, I do still love these levels. They're, you know, practically coded into my gaming DNA at this point. But, you know, I don't think I have anything I can say about, you know, Doom Episode 1, Knee Deep in the Dead, that hasn't been said a million other times by people who are a lot better at talking about this than I am. Here we go. I always forget how to open... That opens to the outside, but this isn't important. What I'm just going to do is go through these levels as quickly as I can so I can show off more of these very fun effects. So we're not gonna worry about picking up, you know, secrets or all the kills. We're just gonna blaze through the levels to get more and more wacky effects applied to our game, which are going to be persistent. So they're gonna last just, you know, beyond one level. They're gonna apply to every level we play. We're also going to skip the secret level because it's not very fun. Or rather, it's very uninteresting. So that imp projectile there was faster than normal. So let's move on. Level 3. Here are the cards we can choose from. Respawning Nightmare. Demons respawn once after death, so every pinky I will need to kill twice. Death Impact. Zombie Man shoves nearby entities away on death. Or Icy Treads. Zombie Man slides around while moving. Now, class, I did add a new channel point redeem tonight for you choose the cards. So if you want to decide what card I have to choose at the start of the level, you can. Oh, also, very, very important. Important announcement. I have a Wiggly now. If you type Bloom Wiggly, capital B, capital W, you can have that little guy dancing. Very, very happy with that. I'm going to go for or know what? Let's put Zombie Men on ice. Because that sounds very funny to me. Oh my god, look at them slipping, sliding around. This is cute. Look at him. Oh, he just walked... Oh, I thought he almost walked into the poison on his own. That would be very funny. Bunch of imps. Exploding a barrel to kill a bunch of guys never ever gets old. There we go. Just some classic Doom 1 imp slaughter. You know, compared to, you know, Doom 2, Doom 1 really does feel so basic. You know, there's no super shotgun, no Mancubus, no Revenant, no Archvile. So many of the enemies that really, you know, define Doom in terms of the gameplay experience. Hey, Nanara, good to see you. I see you are wiggling. So if you've just joined, I was explaining earlier about how the gameplay mod I've got loaded up works with Doom. It's called Corruption Cards, and basically it's a way to add more chaos into a Doom playthrough. So at the start of every level, there's a set of 3 cards that I need to pick from. And depending on what I pick, new effects are added to the world or to the enemies. So for example, you might notice that the zombie men are moving a little funny, and that's because they now all perpetually move as if they're on ice. Which is very funny to look at, but also makes them a little harder to hit. Because, you know, I'm used to their predictable movement pattern. Also, all projectile speed is doubled. That was one of the effects that got applied in an earlier level. And because I'm playing on what's called hardcore mode, effects, once you choose them, become permanent for the rest of the playthrough. The only streamer you know with only one better Twitch TV emote. I will add more eventually, I'm sure, but I've only just figured out how to use it. Oh, behold, class. The first monster closet. Right here in Episode 1, Mission 3, is the first monster closet in Doom history, triggered when you pick up that key. The lights go out and it opens up behind you. And that has changed gaming pretty much forever. It's kind of weird to think about. I'll need to think of other emotes I could have for better Twitch TV, because I don't have that many, and I'm not particularly artistically inclined myself. I'm musically inclined, but the visual art's not so much. So I love the... Oh! Now an earthquake is happening. Oh god. This is so difficult to control. This is insane. Okay, earthquake over. So if you have Doom, I can't recommend giving this a try highly enough. It's extraordinarily fun. Very, very chaotic, and gives a fresh spin on what you expect out of Doom. So what are my choices this time? We've got Aggression Enchantment, so demons become more aggressive. Silent Enchantment, imps now hunt in silence. Or zombie men can invert its gravity. And wait, they're on ice, so I can have them upside down on ice. I think I've got to go with the gravity enchantment of the zombie man. What do you think, class? Any strong opinions, or should I just go for that? Gotta go for it. Oh, there they are, sliding around on the ceiling. This is ridiculous. There we go. I'm just thinking of, what's the musical? Wicked, you know? I'm defying gravity. I don't know how it goes. I'm not Idina Menzel. And the rest they're all still ice skating. Oh wait, I think there's one on the ceiling. Yep. Oh, this is delightful. This certainly makes, you know, the shareware episode of Doom 1 a lot more interesting. You know, now that there can be, you know, ice skating zombie men on the ceiling. Oh, and an earthquake. Oh, that knocked down that mega armor, though. To supercharge. Oh, but it's sending barrels all over. Oh, this is fun. I can't remember the last time... Oh, they're all down here now. The last time that Doom 1 was this engaging. Because it's usually not. You know, I don't... What was the last time... I think the last time I played through Knee Deep in the Dead, which is this, you know, episode 1 of original Doom 1, I think was when the Switch port of Doom came out, the Unity port, which was very bad at release and has since been improved significantly. You know, I had wanted to see how well Doom played on Switch, and it plays fine. You know, it's no substitute for proper mouse and keyboard, but it was adequate for, you know, a quick fix. Oh, come on. I think that may have messed with something. There we go. Yeah, the triggers for the room were all messed up, I think, from the earthquake. And things are not where they should be now. Now we've got this... This always seemed weird to me, that this, you know, indoor maze-looking area with no lights anywhere is still, like, as brightly lit as the outdoors. Now that's probably thinking entirely too much, but always seemed weird to me. Then again, trying to apply logic to Doom is probably a fool's errand. Imps are more deadly than usual right now, though, because I think in the very first level, the card I picked increased their projectile speed, which just means less time to dodge. That's as if you were playing on... There's a category of Doom speedruns called, like, Ultraviolence Plus, which usually means fast monsters enabled. So monsters like the Pinky move twice as fast, and imp projectiles, Mancubus fireballs, things from Barons, etc., all move twice as fast. Which just, you know, makes the game more challenging. God, that will never not be satisfying. Just absolutely blowing away a goon like that. Alright, let's see what effects we can choose from in the Phobos lab. We've got the Leap enchantment, so demons can leap at their prey. Imp projectiles are partially invisible. That sounds terrible because they're already fast. And then Leaking Soul, so your bonus health drains over time. So if I were to pick up a supercharge, you know, I wouldn't stay at 200 health, it would drip back down. I like the idea of a Pinky being able to leap at me. That sounds like it should be entertaining. So I think I will go for that, unless anybody has, you know, the desire to dictate what I'm doing, because you can for a mere 500 channel points. Otherwise, I'm leaning towards the Leap enchantment. Very glad I didn't pick the Cyber Demon one on level 1, because there's no weapon stronger than a shotgun in the commercial episode of Doom 1. Or episode 1 of Doom 1. Sorry, class, my brain is a little fried tonight. It's been a long week. It's gonna be a busy weekend. Good busy, but still mentally taxing. So I'm very glad to be here tonight, playing silly Doom mods on stream. Oh, that imp just blew himself up. Like, straight suicided on that barrel. It's a shame. He had so much to live for still. God, I love these upside-down zombie men. On ice, just absolutely flinging themselves across the level. Certainly makes for a much wackier Doom experience than I'm used to. And I mean that in a good way. Now, you can apply this mod to any set of Doom levels you like. So, for example... That is the perfect time to use a Moriko emote, Nanara. I can't think of a more appropriate moment, in truth. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, so you know how I typically am playing very high challenge Doom maps? I can apply this mod to those. And things get really crazy, really fast. So I think once I clear, you know, Doom Episode 1 here, which won't take very long, I'm more than halfway through it already. Once I finish this, I will load up Plutonia. Now, Plutonia is one half of Final Doom, which came out in 1996, and was really the hardest commercial Doom map set for a long time. And it's personally my favorite of the classic Doom games, because it is, you know, more challenging, more creative, a lot more fun in that sense. Applying this to Plutonia should make things get really wild really quick. Here we go. Take care of all these baddies. Yeah, exactly. It's like a Doom Master Quest, and it's different every time. You know, it's like if you crossed something like Binding of Isaac, or Enter the Gungeon with Doom. Watching that zombie man just immediately flip over to the ceiling is so funny in a way that's hard to explain. And he's on ice, so he's sliding around like crazy. Oh, there's still one over there. I want to get him. Where is he? Where is he? He's shooting at me from somewhere. Oh well, I don't care enough. But yeah, it does change the game entirely. And I couldn't be happier. It also works really well. Like, you would expect something like this to break the game, and the shocking thing is that it doesn't. You know, the game itself hasn't changed very much. Or rather, it works so seamlessly. You know, you would think this would make, you know, a lot of levels unbeatable somehow, but no, that's not been my experience thus far. I'm sure that can be the experience. I'm also not playing from pistol start because I figure I have introduced enough chaos. I don't need to be, you know, strict about starting the cool kid hardcore way. I'll give myself, you know, it's the end of the week. I can be a little easy on myself. You know, I don't always need to play, you know, masochistically difficult Doom. You know, maybe sometimes you just want to, you know, have a relaxing rip and tear. With monsters on the ceiling on ice. Oh, and I forgot they can leap. I gotta watch out for that. Oh, earthquake. Nice relaxing earthquake. Oh, this is... It's not just like a visual effect, it's genuinely hard to control. The screen's going nuts. This was always one of my favorite parts of Doom 1 with the like flashing lights. Always felt very, very dangerous and intimidating. Especially with, you know, specters coming at you. There we go. Oh, I gotta remember, the pinkies can leap now, so it's not safe to just get up in their face. Or it's not safe to retreat, rather. They can close the distance quickly. Oh, God. Probably not, Nanara, just because the records for Doom they're so insane. Like, I think for, like, the fastest time to complete, like, E1M1, I think the distance between the best human time and the best tool-assisted speedrun time is down to, like, 0.5 seconds. Like, it's insane. So let's see, we can do high voltage enchantment, so zombie men will electrocute nearby players. So that would mean that our zombie men are sliding on ice, can invert gravity, and electrocute. Heavy augment, so imp projectiles have massive knockback. That would be very dangerous, considering that the imps now have fast projectiles. Or mystery eggs. Add lots of eggs that contain something. I have no idea what's in those. So, what should I choose, class? So, excuse me as I pour myself a drink. Okay, what are we choosing, regular expression? Pick your poison. I am at your mercy. Gotta have the eggs. Alright. There will be mystery eggs, and I do not know what is in them. Oh, there's the eggs. What do they do? I don't know if I can, like... Oh, God. Can I use them? Oh, that one exploded. Oh, that one left me some health. They make a very, very yucky sound. Oh, that one had a zombie man in it. So we've got... Oh, God. They make such an ucky sound. They're also integrated extremely well into the game. Like, they don't look like they don't belong. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, Doom always had gross eggs. I'll get to that in a second, Honor. I'm curious. Oh god. Zombie men on ice. Coming to a skating rink near you. That's something I'm looking forward to. You know, now that it's getting cold out, I think tonight will be the first night that it gets below freezing for me. Well, the first night below freezing since March or so. Has me thinking about, you know, things I like about winter and fall. I love going ice skating. And it's been a while since I've been. I do hope that I wouldn't, you know, fall on my face and embarrass myself. I can't say that I wouldn't. Just probably not. Hope that I wouldn't. Hope that I wouldn't embarrass myself. But it has been... Ooh. Oh, hold on. I see you on the ceiling. Thinking you're quick. It is glorious how much more chaos gets added by... Oh! The demons are jumping at me. One card I have seen come up that I would be terrified to pick is one that prevents monster infighting. Now, I know I've talked before, class, about how monster infighting is one of the, like, key mechanics in Doom that makes, you know, difficult slaughter maps possible. Trying to imagine playing Doom without monster infighting is terrifying to me on a conceptual level. Because I'm convinced that would make some maps completely unbeatable in, like, you know, Scythe 2 or Bloodstain that you saw me play through. Like, you absolutely have to rely on monster infighting for a lot of those maps. Oh, I thought there was a rad suit nearby. Well, we're just gonna run. There we go. That one had a tiny imp! Look at him, he's so little! That was extremely cute. Oh, that one had a... I'm loving these tiny monsters. Where'd they get off making the bad guys this cute? Okay, yeah, this is the way I want to go. Oh wait, keep forgetting I have a bunch of rockets. There's not much in Doom 1 that requires rockets anyway, so I may as well not be shy with them. Tiny little shotgun guy. I love that gross sound they make. Oh, the tiny imp, they even have a higher pitched sound effect. You know, as if they were tiny. Oh, earthquake. Is this if Doom took place in, like, Southern California? That is something I have to say. I'm very thankful to live in part of the US that doesn't deal with too many extreme weather events. I think I've mentioned before that I live in the northeastern US. So really, we just deal with, you know, cold, and we're used to that. Tiny imp! Man, getting these tiny imps as bad guys is like almost a reward, because they're just so cute. This also just reminds me what an absolute classic the Doom 1 soundtrack is. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but hearing these tunes always gets me pumped up to just go do merciless zombie slaughter. I still haven't gotten over the sheer novelty value of seeing an upside-down zombie man. I'd say that alone is worth the cost of admission, but there is no cost of admission. This is just free. You can just play this. I think that's one of the best things about the Doom community at large, is that you've got these incredibly talented people making, you know, brand new, extraordinarily high-quality content, and they're never asking a penny for it, you know? It is all entirely because they love making new content for Doom. And that, I think, is extraordinarily admirable. Oh wait, let me... Whoops! Meant to pull this out, not that. Oh well. We got the supercharge we wanted. I used to have all the secret locations memorized in Doom Episode 1. That was a very long time ago. Oh, because effects are permanent. subsequent levels are all going to have eggs as well. Tiny, tiny shotgun. Ooh, that one exploded. This is so chaotic. Let's go. Get a fun bit of rampage going. You know what? Whoa! I forgot they could leap at me. And that was almost really bad. Might still be bad. Okay, I'm at a decent amount of health, though. I can go grab that. If they let me out. There we go. I'd be very embarrassed if I died. Even with all this, you know, crazy extra stuff, I would still be kind of embarrassed to die in Doom Episode 1. If I'm completely honest with you, class. I think he was stuck in the wall from the earlier earthquake. Entering computer station. All right. So our choices are, class. Carrier upgrade, so the Pinky Demon can carry other monsters. Last word, the imp fires a projectile on death. Or Forbidden Gaze, looking at the imp for too long burns the player. What's it gonna be? Actually, know what? Give me just a moment, class. I'm going to lower the cost of choosing the cards. I'm gonna seed control. These do all sound great. So it is now a mere 100 channel points. Forbidden Gaze. Sounds pretty good to me. Don't look at the imp, just shoot him. Michael Jackson. Oh god, it burns me like an archvile burns me. That happens quickly. Well, that's certainly going to make things more challenging, not being able to look at the imps for too long. We've still got all these eggs to deal with. GTA. Good one. We are playing Doom with the Corruption Cards mod enabled, which adds tons and tons of very wild, wacky, kind of, I guess you would say like random effects or various modifiers to make the game much less predictable and a lot more challenging. Let me guess, Call of Duty? You got it. You got it. What was shooting at me? There we go. We needed that health. Here we go. That's where he was hiding. Piece of cake. It almost feels, I'm so used to starting Doom from pistol start now that playing, you know, continuously where I can carry over, you know, my weapons and ammo from the previous level to the next one almost feels like cheating to me, even though I know that's how Doom was meant to be played in a way. Or rather, not how it was meant to be played, but that was certainly how I played it as a kid growing up. You know, it didn't occur to me when I was, you know, like 6 years old to say, okay, let me restart this level now. Wait, no, I wouldn't have been 6. Would have been a little older. Point being, You know, it's been so long since I've played just a regular game of Doom that I feel overpowered. I almost feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about it. I'm relishing in the simple, uncomplicated slaughter of demons. But I could almost feel bad about it. Let's see. Okay, that was a yellow key door. Well, it has been a while, and I'm embarrassing myself getting lost in a level here. Oh no. Here's where we need to go. Let's follow the crowds. Nothing like mowing down fodder enemies with the chain gun. Will always be satisfying. Those eggs make such a good sound when they like I can't replicate it. I don't even know what adjective I would use to describe that sound. Squelch? Squish almost? It's great sound design. And again, totally free. So if this looks like fun, which I assure you, it is, I can't recommend it enough. Alright, we've got all our keys now, or we've got 2 of our keys now. Make our way to the red door that was locked earlier. So far I haven't taken, I don't think, any damage from those the imps who now burn me if I look at them for too long. So I've been pretty quick about taking them out whenever I see them. Now I do have a shoot on sight policy for imps when it comes to Doom, which I think is prudent. That egg had another shotgun guy in it. Oh, earthquake. Oh. Watch out. God, that's so chaotic. Nice, I got him. Also, some extraordinarily impressive coding work to be able to incorporate something like an earthquake into Doom. You know, and have it work this seamlessly. Okay, now I can go through the blue door that was locked. Should be right over here. Yep. There we go. Oh, I almost got burned by that imp. Zombie men also, like, zooping up to the ceiling is never not going to be funny. God, popping these eggs is also just... oh, it's satisfying. That just feels good to do. That opened up the door to the outside. I believe so. Yes, it did. There we go. All right. Now I think we are on to the last level of Doom Episode 1. Ooh. So what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be, class? We've got the railgun augment for the imp. The imp fires a railgun instead. Surprise cyber demon. Add a cyber demon somewhere in the level. Or mirror curse. One monster is cursed, killing it mirrors your world. So I am at your mercy. Also, good to see you, Based Bug. Corruption cards has been extremely fun thus far. And it's only going to get crazier. Alright, what's it going to be, Nanara? Mirror? Alright. Thank you for not choosing the Cyber Demon. Oh, I think I see the cursed one. Oh, that's weird. That's weird and I don't like it. Oh, and there was a tiny mini Baron inside that egg. Yeah, Based Bug, there has not been like a bad choice yet. Also, this is... I just feel like a little bit disoriented. Because obviously, you know, last level of Doom 1 is pretty well, you know, burned into my brain. And I can tell, you know, something's not quite right. Now's where we fight the Bruiser Bros. Oh. Oh, I've gone and taken my first death. I'm embarrassed. First and only death thus far. There I was being all cool, you know, not taking any damage or any deaths through the run so far. And I had to go and get overconfident. Serves me right. Come here. Oh, the eggs are so gross. Oh, that was foolish. Knowing they can explode and chainsawing them is a special kind of dumb. But it's been a long week, class. My brain's not firing on all cylinders. Right? I don't always die in E1 maps. When I do, it's Spectres. I mean, the Spectres are the real final boss of, Knee Deep in the Dead, if you ask me. There we go. So Spectres are more likely than anything to kill you here. Especially since they can, you know, now leap at me. Also nice to see ITC random person. I don't think I've seen you come by before. I am checking out Corruption cards tonight, version 3.1, and it's extremely fun. Oh, we've got an Earthquake going on. Earthquake is, certainly lives up to its name of what it's supposed to be. Alright, let's take out that Spectre. There we go. Now everything's how it should be. Piece of cake. If I died to the Bruiser Brothers twice, I would have to just relinquish any claim I have to being a competent Doom player. And that's it, class. That's Knee Deep in the Dead. I distinctly remember my dad bringing home the shareware floppy disk of this, and it being the coolest game I had ever seen in my life. Also, it ends with you having to take a death. Once you beat the big badasses and clean out the moon base, you're supposed to win, aren't you? Aren't you? Where's your fat reward and ticket home? What the hell is this? It's not supposed to end this way. It stinks like rotten meat. but looks like the lost Deimos base. Looks like you're stuck on the shores of hell. The only way out is through. To continue the Doom experience, play The Shores of Hell and its amazing sequel, Inferno. Imagine being good at video games couldn't be me. All right, but now that I've shown you what the corruption cards are, class, now's when we start to have fun with them. So I'm going to load up Plutonia, which is notably more difficult than regular old Doom 1. And we're going to play that with corruption cards enabled. So the Plutonia experiment, for those who don't know, chain gunners intensify, absolutely. Plutonia, for those who don't know, is one half of Final Doom, which came out in 1996. This by the Casali brothers. And Plutonia really upped the ante for difficulty in Doom maps. And pretty much since Plutonia came out, the Doom community has been seeking ever more difficult levels. And we owe it to Dario and Milo Casali. Dario Casali went on to work for Valve and still works there as a level designer. Have all the combinations been tested beforehand? Do you mean for, are they all beatable? Maybe not, Nanara. I think there is a chance that you could find yourself in an unbeatable situation. Now, Plutonia is difficult on its own. So if I play on standard, the level effects only become permanent every 3 levels. If I play on hardcore, which is what I did last time, every level it becomes permanent. So what should I do, standard or hardcore? Should I really push myself and see if I can, should I go for hardcore? Yeah, let's go for hardcore. This could be a disaster, but it'll be a fun disaster at least. And let's go with the whole range of effects possible. Yeah, it won't be you suffering. So let's see. The Sergeant turns to stone on death. The Archvile will electrocute nearby players. Or Chain Gunner receives damage 1 second later. That's terrible. I am not choosing that. Unless somebody forces me to, in which case I will be very sad. Probably gonna go with the Sergeant turning to stone on death. The more suffering, the better the content. I mean, you're not wrong. But that doesn't make me happy about it. I think barring any objections, I'm gonna start mild with the petrification enchantment. Don't worry, there will be enough chain gunners to make me suffer. This is Plutonia. Oh, look at that. Are you kidding? He doesn't drop his shotgun anymore? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He turns to stone and doesn't drop his damn gun. Well, that's something. I hate that. I hate that so much. I need that shotgun. I need that shotgun so bad. Alright. Guess we're going without it. I can make a dash for the rocket launcher here, but that's gonna go poorly. No. Next card includes spicy food in real life. I guess let's try to kill the chain gunner. And then I can go get the super shotgun from the next room. No, I don't need the shotgun. I'll get the super shotgun. Oh my god. So this is we go. Oh yeah, we've also got, you know, 2 Archviles in level 1. To give you an idea of what Plutonia is like relative to Doom 1. Alright. I do know Plutonia fairly well. You know, like, these are levels that I'm familiar with. So now we'll have 4 Revenants coming to join the party. But with the Super Shotgun, they're easy to deal with. Oh, well, that one did manage to get a hit in. And then I can go grab the rocket launcher in here. Also, good to see you, Bolaros. I didn't see you come in there. We are playing Plutonia with corruption cards on hardcore mode. So every effect is permanent. Oh, thank you for the follow, ITC random person. Much appreciated. Alright, let me not get gunned down. Take out this Archvile. He's very annoying to take out. Not get gunned down by the chain gunners right here. Let's try to snipe them a bit. Okay. Now we'll have a Revenant popping up. Ooh, I got the telefrag on him. Doesn't always work. And then there's chain gunner here. You know, normally level 1 of Plutonia, not a thing I struggle with. Quite easy, in fact. Normally. But this isn't normal. Come on, there we go. I didn't anticipate... This means that I can never pick up ammo from shotgun guys. Yeah, normally I get the regular shotgun. They turned to stone. That means I can't get ammo from any of them now. Whoops. All right. Oh, God. Is this just gonna... Is this gonna be the run? Can I start over? Can I start over for a... like a penalty beer or something? I don't know that Plutonia is beatable without dropped shotguns. It might not be. Does that sound like a fair trade class? I have to chug a beer, but I can start a new game and get a different card. There I was picking that, thinking that would be the least bad option. Ammo's overrated. I don't know, I think ammo's pretty fairly rated, all things considered. See if I can finagle my way out of, Whoops! The chug reroll, classic. Let's see if they depetrify, because I don't think they do. I think they're dead. You know what? Let's petrify all the sergeants in the starting area and see what happens. Yeah, I think I can push them around. Like they're interactable, but they're not going anywhere. They're rocks now. I think it's cool that they're interactive and have physics. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Look, he's even petrified mid-shot. I mean, that's extremely cool. But, I need that shotgun so bad. pretty fun punching them until they turn into pebbles, though. Like, that's pretty satisfying. Sprite statue, yeah. Also, having to kill, where'd you go, Archvile? Where are you? There he is. Having to kill chain gunners with the pistol at point-blank range is extremely intimidating. Okay. You know what? We're gonna soldier on for now, because I think we can make this happen. Come on, you funny bone men. Let's dance. Okay. Come on. There we go. Yeah, right? Just don't get hit by the rapid-fire hit scan. Good luck. I mean, if you get enough in one's face and, you know, manage to stun lock him, then it's probably fine. Now the Archvile's awake. Now let's go take care of the Archvile. I don't appreciate what he's doing with regards to that chain gunner. There we go. Now, normally I would have enough bullets to just take care of all of the chain gunners that way instead of wasting a rocket, or I could normal shotgun them. But I don't have those options right now. There we go. Alright, Pain Elemental. One more shot will do it. Okay, things are looking a lot better than last time. Though I don't think I've struggled this much on Plutonia since I was like 10 years old. This really is the kind of map set, though, where you just... Some things, if you don't know them, it's just, well, tough luck, you should have known that. You know, like, a first-time player would absolutely get destroyed by that little chain gunner trap. Then again, I play map sets a lot more sadistic than this now. So the traps in Plutonia seem almost quaint by comparison. Or rather, not quaint, but they're where everyone else learned how to make evil traps. You know, it's in Plutonia's image that everyone learned to make these, you know, wonderful, cruel maps. There we go. Oh. There we go. Alright. We did it. Only now we get another permanent effect. So, Haunting Enchantment. Revenant haunts players briefly after death. The classic Doom pranks, exactly. Blurry Affliction. Oh, God, no. Enemies aim at you as if you had invisibility. That's terrible. That makes projectile-based enemies almost impossible. And then Carrier Upgrade. Chain Gunners can carry other monsters. What is my fate, class? In what manner am I cursing myself? No, I don't want to become famous, Resify. Yeah, my fate is bots. I've noticed an uptick in them again lately. Get the big follows card. I mean, there is a card that means monsters don't wait and they just start stalking you from the start of the level. That's like big follows, right? Let's see. I would like to see what it looks like for monsters to ride piggyback on a chain gunner. How's that sound? Because that sounds fun to me. Alright. Also, I don't know if any of you noticed, but I am playing Plutonia with the Plutonia MIDI pack enabled, which came out, I think, either last year or earlier this year. And it is... oh my god. That's precious. The Plutonia MIDI pack is new all-original music composed to replace the stock Doom soundtrack that came with Plutonia. Whereas one half of TNT Evolution, or one half of Final Doom, TNT Evolution, always had an original soundtrack, Plutonia did not. Which is what gave TNT a lot of personality. I'm not a big fan of TNT. You know, the levels are a little too cryptic for my liking, a little too large, open, and boring. But it had a great soundtrack. Now, Plutonia finally has its own original soundtrack. These are all tracks made by the auto-aim counter on that carried monster. The Plutonia MIDI pack is composed by lots of, you know, prominent composers within the Doom community, and it gives these levels so much extra personality. Really delightful. Oh yeah, and I forgot, I'm playing single segment. I have rockets. You know, I'm used to playing Plutonia from, you know, pistol start. The normal way, in my opinion. So it's like, oh wait, I have all this ammo now. This is great. Alright, now we've got a bunch of Spectres, a bunch of Hell Knights. Nothing too scary. Yes, except shells. I am at the mercy of the Casali brothers in terms of shell ammo. Which means there is no mercy. And then I still don't have a regular shotgun. In fact, I don't know that I will ever get a regular shotgun at this rate. I don't know if there are placed... there must be placed shotguns somewhere in Plutonia. Yeah, what's mercy? Can you eat it? Yeah, the Casalis weren't known for their charitability, let's say. As evidenced by by that encounter. Alright, I was able to get their ammo at least. Oh, that's nasty. The auto-aim is always going to target whatever's on top of the monster stack. Meaning, oh god, chain gunners just got deadlier. I may want to take a penalty drink and re-roll. Or play on standard instead of hardcore. Would that be acceptable? Or if we want to go full punished bloom route, we could put on like Scythe and, you know, a much harder wad and go from there. Oh, that's awful. That's just cruel. And take these guys out now. Don't care if I'm cheesing it a little bit. There we go. One more. This would be a lot easier with a regular shotgun. Oh, but I don't have a regular shotgun. I'm never gonna have a regular shotgun. Just stop thinking about regular shotguns. Stop thinking about the things I can't have in life. I could have sworn there's supposed to be 2 revenants there. Wonder if one fell down somehow. Alright. Am I running into the chain gunners by muscle memory or avoiding revenant homing? Probably both. Oh wait, I gotta hit the switch. Yeah, this was something. You have to shoot that, okay, I can hear... Oh! That's where the other revenant is. He's on top of a chain gunner's head up there. Lovely. Can I get the auto aim to get him? Okay. That's him taken care of, or at least the chain gunner. Yeah, I'd say a bunch of this is probably muscle memory. Let's do this while I have ammo. Let's leave the other stuff for a little later. There we go. See, that's a tough trade-off. Also, do you prefer ITC or random person? See, that's a tricky trade-off because while yes, there are tons and tons of chain gunners in Plutonia, by the time... They're wearing pinkies as a lovely hat. By the time you get to later levels, I feel like it would become really, really difficult with, you know, like Hell Knights and stuff. But that was close. Oh, 1%. Real gamer moment. Random person. Okay. Yeah, just wanted to make sure. The only hit point you need is the last one. And that's all we got. Oh, this is bad. Excuse me. There's a few health vials over here. Yeah. China's closing up, so TF2 did some trippy promos in hell? There's some health. Grab this, and then we'll be... Now I feel a little better. Only a little, though. It occurs to me I could be saving during the levels. Probably should. Let's do that. There we go. Now I'm not torturing myself needlessly. Just torturing myself for cause. God, the sergeant turning to stone is really very funny. Have I ever mentioned how much I hate Lost Souls class? Because boy do I hate Lost Souls. I am still playing Plutonia with all these chain gunners, that's true. It's fine. Totally fine. No problems whatsoever. There we go. Piece of cake. You know, what was anyone worried about? Crippling chain gunner addiction. Oh, wait. Okay. So we've got treachery. The demon gains health and damage after killing another monster. Nuclear curse. One monster is cursed. It will cause a nuclear explosion when killed. Or borrowed time enchantment. Barons of Hell receive damage 1 second later. I'm gonna leave the choice to you, class, but there's only one choice here as far as I'm concerned. Random person gets it. Also, can we appreciate how good this new MIDI is? This one's by Stuart Rinn. Whoops. That's gonna count as a death. Oh, look at how generous the level's being with supplies. That won't last. At least there's nothing cursed about the Mancubus yet. Yeah. Guess I'll take the chainsaw. This MIDI's so good. How does Stuboy do it? Oh, wait. Pretty sure this... Thought that trap was supposed to trigger an archvile. Maybe I'm remembering a different part of the level. Or maybe the archvile got transported on top of a chain gunner's head. Whoop. Oh, this is gonna be painful. I didn't realize how much more dangerous putting a monster on top of a chain gunner's head would make it. And in my defense, why would I think about that? Okay. You know what? If we're gonna save scum our way through the levels, I may as well start now. There we go. God, that's really satisfying. Oh god. Oh god, you can... Oh, this is gonna be a disaster, isn't it? I shouldn't have picked up that big med kit. Okay, we're gonna do something foolish. Yep, that was indeed foolish. Oh my god. Who knew? Who knew that the Chain Gunner Archvile stack was the real unbeatable Doom meta? I really want to see what the nuke is like, though. Maybe I'll ignore them for now. I'll ignore them for now. It's a good way to deal with your problems, right? Just ignore them. Okay, I know that's normally where 4 Chain Gunners spring up, but that's probably Chain Gunners with Archviles on them. Or, not Archviles, Revenants. Hey, Paul, thank you for the subscription. Continuing. Much appreciated. Also, good to see you. It's been a while. Hey, Doc Pestis. Yes, ignoring problems is indeed an art. So, for anyone just joining, we're playing the Plutonia experiment, but we're not just playing regular old Plutonia. We are playing Plutonia with the Corruption Cards mod enabled, which adds a bit of roguelike, roguelite chaos to the typical Doom experience. So currently, whenever I kill a shotgun guy, they turn to stone and do not drop their shotguns. Chain Gunners can have enemies on their head, and one enemy in this level is now cursed and will cause a nuclear explosion when he dies. So it's quite a lot more difficult than your average Plutonia experience, which by itself is not easy. Actually, by itself, Plutonia, I don't have any issues with in terms of difficulty. Yes, I have played the Doom roguelike. It's very good. I'm not very good at roguelikes, generally speaking, but the Doom roguelike is actually very, very well made. So you can see there is the most dangerous thing in the entire world, which is an Archvile on the head of a Chain Gunner. There's an evil, evil stack of damage. Icon of Sin Architecture, Slaughter Water Ouroboros Chain Gunner stack. I thought I was handling that room well. Now, if I want to essentially reset, I think, well, I don't know if everyone agreed, but I've offered to just crack and chug a beer to allow myself to start over. Now, I'm also playing Corruption Cards on hardcore, which means that normally you choose from 3 different cards every level, and every 3 levels you would have a permanent effect. Playing on hardcore, every level the effect is permanent, which is very quickly making this impossible. So, you know what? I'm going to bring great shame to myself. I'm going to give myself a penalty beer, and I'm going to restart on standard instead of hardcore. It will still be wild. So, enjoy this this chug ASMR, I guess, if enjoy is the right word. There we go. Yeah, I ran into an Archvile on top of a Chain Gunner. I think I deserve a pass. Standard won't necessarily make it that much easier either. Yeah, right? All right. Now, if anybody wants to force me to take one of these three for 100 channel points, you may. So our choices are Gravity Enchantment. The Sergeant can invert its gravity. Kleptomania. The Sergeant will steal items off the ground. Or Petrification. No. No one choose Petrification. I swear to God. Hold on one moment. There we go. Sorry, I just had to... Alright, Xavier. What's it gonna be? Gravity, Kleptomania. Kleptomania. The Sergeant will steal items. Also, weird now. Oh, it feels so good seeing a Sergeant dropping a shotgun. Oh, I can see. He's made off with a mega armor. And he's got a box of shells. Hey, he can steal the other shotguns as long as I can still get them. That's very funny. Alright. I can't tell you how refreshing it feels to play this level more or less normally now, as point of comparison. And now's where I get to say, you know, I promise, I told you, I'm competent at Doom. You know, where I can play Plutonia like a normal person. Whoops. I insist I'm okay at Doom as I take an embarrassingly easy-to-avoid Archvile hit. Imagine having a shotgun, right? Right? Now we can go deal with the funny bone men over here. Oh, thinking of Plutonia, one half of the Casali brothers, Dario Casali, the one who has worked for Valve since the late 90s, has very recently, as in like this or last month, started a YouTube channel. And he has been playing through some Doom WODs. Random person, it's funny that you mentioned Spooky Scary Skeletons, because the other main thing I do on my channel, apart from play a lot of Doom, is I record a lot of music, and I live record a lot of barbershop quartets. And for Halloween, I found and recorded a barbershop quartet version of Spooky Scary Skeletons, which I am now going to show with you because I'm very pleased with how it came out. So the way I do this is I will pull up something like, hold on one second. I pull up something like Audacity, and I will record the parts one by one. I'll have the sheet music on screen. The window doesn't want to capture, so you'll just hear the audio. But basically, you get to watch the whole process from start to finish, and I'll clone myself on screen so there will be 4 of me. But here is how a barbershop quartet version of Spooky Scary Skeletons sounds, as recorded by yours truly.
Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine. Shrieking
thanks, Deftly Ignorant.
shock your soul, seal
Also,
your
good to see you. I think
doom
this is the first time you stopped by.
tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. We're so sorry, skeletons, you're so misunderstood.
Good opportunity for the Wiggly to dance.
Only want to socialize, but I don't think we should. 'Cause spooky, scary skeletons shout startling, shrilly screams They'll sneak from their sarcophagus and just won't leave you be. Sticks and stones will break your bones, they seldom let you snooze. Spooky, scary skeletons will wake you with a boo. Wake you with a boo.
That was a lot of fun on Halloween. Also, Deftly Ignorant. I also love a cappella music, which is why I record barbershop quartets on stream. That and it's just very, very fun. Also, good to see you, Marmotato. Hope you're doing well tonight. Now I hear an Archvile bringing back a Chain Gunner. Thankfully not standing on top of the Chain Gunner. There we go. I can't tell you how much easier this is with... Whoop! I was going to say, I can't tell you how much easier this is without having had to have, worried about the shotgun at the start of the map, and then I go and take a rocket to the face. Hey, don't steal those. Those are mine. So now all the sergeants in this level are kleptomaniacs, which is very funny. Oh, thanks, Boleros. So the full version is actually up on my YouTube channel. So besides uploading, the VODs of my streams to YouTube, I put up any covers I do. So like any music streams I do, I always put up whatever I record on there. Yeah. Nothing like a death trying to rocket jump. That's a good point, Deftly Ignorant. Actually, just Wednesday night. So outside of my day job as a teacher, I work as a singer, classical music. And because of that, it is, fortunately, unfortunately, however you want to look at it, it is already the time for holiday music. So on Wednesday, I decided to do something a little different from my usual barbershop streams, and I did a speed run of a bunch of Christmas barbershop quartets. So Christmas carols arranged for barbershop. Only I hadn't sung any of them before, and I was only allowing myself one take per part. So it was entirely a sight singing stream. Granted, the melody is kind of a freebie, because, I know the melody of most Christmas carols, I would say. But then, I would typically record the bass part second, then the baritone to fill in the middle harmony, and the tenor last to fill out the high harmony. Oh, they were playing Christmas music at the supermarket already? See, oh, come on. The thing that really gets me about, Christmas music that you hear in a retail setting is that it's almost never good Christmas music. It'll be radio pop Christmas music, which I don't want to say is bad. It serves its purpose. But, yeah, let's see if I can pull off. Oh, I wanted to. If you time it right, you can telefrag. Oh, thank you, Deftly Ignorant. Yeah, they did turn out pretty well. I mean, part of that is because there's, only so much deviation that you would expect from, Christmas carols. But while I would be, recording the melody, I would be looking at the bass line and trying to imagine, you know, how will it sound? Oh, the Christmas jingle from their own commercials. That's horrifying. That's bad. You know, if I was hearing, you know, like, In the Bleak Midwinter at the grocery store for Christmas music, I'd be like, all right, this is great. I can I can shop to this. I'd be happy. You know, if I walked into the store and their idea of Christmas music was, you know, like, in the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan, earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. You know, if that's what I heard when I went to the store, that would be fine. And no, I'm not even going to throw Mariah Carey under the bus here, because, and I'm willing to fight about this, All I Want for Christmas Is You is a good song. It's played way too much. But the problem isn't the song. The song itself is perfectly fine and good. It's just that it's so dramatically overplayed. But the song itself is, I think, one of the only modern Christmas songs to become a classic, and that deserves commendation. Okay, let's take out this guy, and then we can leave. Okay, piece of cake. But what's our next card going to be? So none of these are permanent. Next levels will be permanent. So we've got Last Word, Imps fire a revenant projectile on death, Forbidden Gaze, looking at a pinky for too long burns the player, or Evasion Enchantment, the lost soul will try to dodge your attacks. What's it going to be, class? Doc Pestis, what have we got? Pinky, alright. If I look at a pinky for too long, I will get burned. Sorry, I was just taking a sip of my drink. Yeah, if retail stores had classical Christmas music as their shopping background, you know, if I was hearing like Corelli's Concerto Grosso as my holiday shopping music, I would be thrilled. I would love that. So from my previous run, I think it is if you are making direct contact, like line of sight. Ooh, that was nasty. There we go. It's always weirded me out that the way you raise that bridge is shooting the console through the window there on the cliff. I do like the invisible bridge effect. Like, I think that's quite cool. But yeah, very light puzzle solving having to shoot that switch. Yeah, as long as the playlist isn't stupidly short. And that's the thing, there's so much holiday music, not just Christmas. Right, Bolaros? Plutonia, the MIDI pack that we got, this one is so good. No Rest for the Living also very recently got a MIDI pack. No Rest for the Living being like a small official expansion for Doom 2 originally included with the Xbox 360 Xbox Live Arcade version of Doom that has since been made available through the Unity port for all versions of Doom. And No Rest for the Living is very good. It's an extra 9 levels of Doom 2. Very, very high quality. But yeah, No Rest for the Living also recently got a MIDI pack. Reaching for your earbuds and power metal. So, it's funny that you say that, random person. So, obviously, you must know who Rob Halford is. You know, longtime frontman of Judas Priest, you know, the metal god himself. Rob Halford, in 2009, I believe, released a heavy metal Christmas album. And it's something. You know, I don't want to call it bad, because it's incredibly sincere. But my god, is it funny. Like, hold on, I'm gonna pull this up because you need to hear what I'm talking about. Give me just a second. So I am a connoisseur of bad Christmas music. Bad's not even the word. Let's go for interesting. Let's go for weird. So I need you to hear Rob Halford's version of We Three Kings of Orient Are. You know, We Three Kings of Orient Are. Classic. Tell me that this isn't the best, cheesiest thing you've ever heard. Also, like, it kind of slaps. Like, this is good. In gifts we've traveled afar, field and fountain, hill and mountain. Like, I don't know what possessed Rob Halford to make this. I'm glad he did, because it's very funny. Like, I can't listen to this without getting a big dumb grin on my face. Because it's so silly. Right? Right? Hold on. You need to hear him singing Oh Holy Night. I'm gonna... So, I mean, everyone knows Rob Halford's got an incredible voice. And can crank out crazy high notes. It's true, deftly ignorant. There's just something very fun to me about how sincere he is with this. And it's like, what? Are you gonna tell Rob Halford, like, hey Rob, I don't think that was cool? No. He's done it, therefore it's cool. You know, it's like how at the very end of his life, Christopher Lee, in his 90s, God rest his soul, decided to become a heavy metal musician. And it was incredible. Also, like, this is just a perfectly fine version of Oh Holy Night. And he's gonna crank out that note, though. There we go. Oh, Leonidas, you have come at a very funny time. Because we were talking about... Oh, you were playing SWAT 4. So, we were talking about Christmas music and how, you know, what plays over retail is often not great. And we were talking about what we'd rather hear. Police, hands up! Scoy Desnate, you've caught me in the middle of pouring myself another beer. Welcome, Leonidas. How was SWAT 4? Welcome, welcome, Raiders. So, for those of you who may not have been here before, my name is Professor Bloom. My content focuses mainly on a lot of music recording. I do a lot of classical music. I sing a lot. I record barbershop quartets by myself. But I also play tons and tons of boomer shooters, specifically custom Doom 2 Megawads. Tonight, I'm playing the Plutonia experiment with the Corruption Cards mod enabled, which adds a lot of roguelike elements to the Doom experience. So, for example, in this Plutonia playthrough now, if I look at a Pinky Demon for too long, I will set on fire and take damage. That's what's going on in this level. You can choose to make the effects last permanently. I was trying that before and had to give it up when it became entirely too difficult. But, yeah, I mean, if you've never played Plutonia before, definitely play Plutonia. It's extremely fun. And probably the most challenging of the classic retail Doom Megawads. I mean, super hard's relative. Let me show you something a little more intense. So I play a lot of Doom, to the point where regular Doom doesn't cut it anymore, doesn't give the thrill anymore. But thankfully, the Doom community has been producing extremely high-quality content for the past 25 years. So, here's a Megawad that I played on stream pretty recently, called Bloodstain. This came out in 2016 by Pavel Pipic Turksnik. I can't pronounce Czech names. So, extremely high quality. This is level 1. That's baby stuff. Here's level 25. There's 673 enemies. And from the instant you hit start, this is what it looks like. So, I played through this for the first time ever. Start to finish. Pistol starting every level. So that means that whenever I would get to a new level, instead of carrying over the, equipment and ammo and everything that I had the previous level, I would restart, just with a pistol. And, deal with it that way. This map almost broke me. I think I died about 250 times on just the last room of this map. It's Doom for crazy people. It's an excellent challenge, Joseph. And also, it's extremely high quality. Like, the visuals are incredible. It's extraordinarily high quality Doom. It's just also sadistic and punishing. Get out of the way. Oh yeah, just the last room about 200 times. So I'm just gonna get on my soapbox and give a quick look at all the incredible Doom that there is in the world now. This is one I'll be continuing playing soon, called Ancient Aliens, also from 2016, by a guy named Skillsaw. And this is as good as Doom gets, in my opinion. The visuals and music and level design in this entire Megawad are breathtaking. I mean, look at this. Like, this is gorgeous. I don't think that this is pretty for Doom. I think this is just pretty. So we're gonna do some peyote and go on a spirit quest now. And from the very first level, the level starts with the Cyber Demon. It does work for a modern indie game, but I mean, keep in mind, this is basically just, it's still just the Doom engine. So I want you to look at a later level here. We're on a UFO, and we're piloting it to an alien planet. The Gateway of Knowledge pinpointed 14,000 miles above the Abu Ocean on planet Tor. Right? So Joseph, this came out not, back in 1994 with Doom 2. This set of levels that I'm playing right now came out in 2016, I think on the same day as Doom 2016. And truthfully, I think this is better than Doom 2016. Doom 2016 is very good, but this is a work of art. This is community dedication. I mean, listen to the music. We've got people composing brand new MIDI music still, and it's gorgeous. Like, this is... Oh yeah, the Golden Souls. Super neat. I think Golden Souls Remastered just came out, actually, random person. It feels kind of funny just saying, hey, random person. Oh, there we go. We've got a super shotgun. So, watch what happens. I'm about to take a teleporter to an alien world. Yeah, the Golden Souls are very fun. This mod also added some new custom enemies and did a great job integrating them into the Doom experience. Look, we've just climbed up a rope tower, and we're now emerging onto the surface of an alien planet. And it's gorgeous. It feels like you're on an adventure. And I mean, between the music, how it, plays and sounds, the fight design is also spectacular all throughout. What do I need new games for? I can just play Doom forever. I've been playing Doom since my dad brought home a copy of Doom 2 in 1994. I've never stopped playing Doom, and I'm never going to stop playing Doom. Because again, why would I? Look at that. Yeah, exactly. Wrecker was a good one that came out not long ago. Very recently. Hedon is one that just came out. And I mean, just came out very recently. Full release on Steam and everything. New commercial games coming out on the Doom engine. I am now, though, going to go back to... They're completely separate, generally, Joseph. Some, make a nod to, Doom lore. But for the most part, they're entire standalone games, just built in the Doom engine. But now I'm going to go back to my Corruption Card-enabled playthrough of Plutonia. Corruption Cards is a gameplay mod that I think I was saying earlier adds random effects into the standard Doom experience. So, for example, now, if I look at a Pinky Demon for too long, I will set on fire and take damage. Other effects include things like earthquakes happening at random throughout the world. What else? Quite a lot. Got to remember where I was in the map, though. I've just picked up the yellow key. Oh! Know what? Random person? Let's find out right now. Give me 1 second. Ooh, Nocturne in Yellow. I need to look that up. I've heard a lot of buzz about it. Okay, give me One moment here. I've just loaded up Chex Quest 3, which came out in 2008, I believe. Let's see. Corruption cards do maybe work? Oh my god! Not only do they work, look at that! Even the art is changed. So it does in fact appear... Okay, maybe it's not perfect. Now, class, how many of you know Chex Quest? Because I know Chex Quest. Chex Quest came on a CD in a box of Chex cereal back in 1996 and was essentially a total conversion for Doom to make it into a family-friendly cereal advertisement. So instead of, you know, shooting monsters, you were sending these... What were they called? You were zorching your enemies to send them back to their home planet. But essentially, this was a total conversion for Doom, and it was a retail product that came in a box of cereal. I still have my original Chex Quest CD somewhere. I think I was 9 or 10 years old when that came out. And, yeah. As a kid, I can tell you, there was nothing cooler than getting a brand new first-person shooter on a CD in a box of cereal. And the fact that Corruption Card seems to work with Chex Quest is kind of blowing my mind right now. However, I'm going to go back to Plutonia and stop stop going off on wild tangents, I promise. I'll go back to the to the wanton punishment of Plutonia. Oh, thank you, Deftly Ignorant. Hey, thank you for following, Joseph the Viewer. Yeah, I always do my best to make my streams as oh, so specters seem to count for Pinky Demons, so if I stare at them for too long, I will set on fire. Oh, Xavier, yeah. There's weirdly a lot of Food Mascot branded video games. Come to think of it, I had a bunch of them as a kid. Like, I had a Cool Spot game on PC. That was basically like a version of Othello. Or Otello, if you're pretentious. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that, Deftly Ignorant. I do my best to make my streams enjoyable and relaxing. Especially on a Friday night, you know? So I don't know about you, but I had a long week. So I think what better to do than to kick back, you know, grab a beer or your beverage of choice, alcoholic or non. You know, kick back, relax, enjoy some wholesome demon slaying. Very good idea. Also, if anybody would like to bully me, I do have a crack a cold one with the boys points redeem. In which case, I will grab a cold one, crack it, and down it. In last Friday, I was streaming off of my childhood NES. You know, I have a capture card set up. And I was playing, you know, spooky NES games. So Monster Party, Fester's Quest, Castlevania 3. And I beat Monster Party for the first time ever. It took me probably about 5 hours, but I did. But in that case, you see how I have a counter in the top left-hand corner of my beer redeemed too pricey? Oh, should I tempt fate and turn down the price? Lower so you can attempt murder again. Okay, okay. Only a little bit. Only a little lower. I'm also not wise enough to put this on a cooldown. There we go. 1 CC in Castlevania 1 is extremely impressive. All it takes is one bad move, and it's game over there. Yeah, but instead of the death counter, which you see in my top left-hand corner, for that original Nintendo game stream, my counter was for Cold Ones Cracked with the boys, and I think it was up to 15 before we were done. So that was an intense night. All right. Thank you, Nanara. Oh, God. Hold on. I need to grab more. I only have one... Oh, Lord. You said you didn't have enough points. Okay. I will be back. Oh, God. Okay. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. I need to grab some more cold ones. Because I only have one unopened. I have one mostly full beer in the mug here, so I'm going to count that. I will be right back. You lied, I can tell. All right, hold on. More cold ones have been acquired. Give me a moment to reset the cost of the cold ones. I will let you know when I begin the first one. The first one's going to be the full mug I have in front of me. I think I would like a soundtrack for this, though. And I have an idea. You're at 0 again. That's all right. They'll build up. If any of you identify this song, I will be impressed and proud of you. Make sure it's playing. This is a good drinking song. All right, hold on. Gotta That's not the way. Okay, there's the door. Now that I'm not just punching the chain gunners, should go better. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, class, we have our first permanent effect. So we've got the Haunting enchantment. The Revenant haunts a player briefly after death. Demons are more aggressive. And Death Impact. Imps shove nearby entities away on death. So let me know what it's going to be. I'm going to blow my nose and mute myself for a second. All right, I am back. I hope you're enjoying this absolutely wonderful MIDI by Stuart Rinn. Gives Plutonia so much more personality. So what will be our permanent effect, class? Revenants haunt us after they die, demons are more aggressive, or imps shove things away on death. All right, what's it going to be, Nanara? Imps? Let's do it. All right, this map should go a lot better this time, now that Revenants won't be riding on chain gunners' heads. Okay, I thought an Archvile was supposed to spawn. Only he wasn't before because he was on top of some some poor chain gunner's head. Also, playing Plutonia continuous instead of single segment, or instead of pistol start, sorry. Playing continuous and having all this, you know, ammo and resources at the start of the map, boy, it makes it feel so much easier. It's like remembering, oh yeah, most normal people don't play Doom from pistol start. And I know, I often say that, you know, I'm not a very good Doom player. Like, I'm okay at Doom. And then I remember that my idea of okay is, you know, I play through, you know, Plutonia on pistol start, but I'm not, you know, a speedrunner. Or my idea of okay versus good is like, you know, sure, I could play, you know, Bloodstained through on pistol start, blind, ultraviolence, but I died a lot. You know, I have a skewed idea of what good or bad at Doom looks like. So, actually, I feel pretty bad. How many of you know Ringleader Woozle? Yeah, the problem is where I place the average. Whoa, that's intense. So, Woozle saw me playing the Doomer Boards Project 40, Funnel Cake Apparitions, which is a circus-themed short little episode for Doom 2. And he decided to give it a go because, you know, he's a circus master. He's a ringleader. And, yes, Marmotato, you know. He didn't have a great go of it. And I feel bad because I told him, oh yeah, it wasn't too hard. I beat it, you know, Ultraviolence Pistol Start in about 2.5 hours. Which is true. I played it blind on stream. Only my idea of not that bad was not very helpful, let's say. Actually, I'm gonna shout out Woozle because he is awesome. He plays a lot of Based Bug, you were there. I was reeing at that because I'm a Doom boomer. Yeah, but Woozle's super cool. He's been doing a deep dive on the entire From Software catalog. And he's currently on Armored Core 2 Another Age. Absolutely check him out if you haven't, because he's super cool. I especially love watching him just navigate the jank that is the entire Kingsfield series. Very, very entertaining. Also, he will make himself laugh so hard that he can't breathe for like 2 minutes at a time. It is peak content. But yeah, I feel bad because I recommended him a Doom mod that I said was, you know, not particularly difficult. And, well, it would be like if you asked me for, you know, like, how spicy something is. I'm a bad point of reference there. Like, my best friend for the past 30 years, his parents, you know, emigrated from India. I've grown up eating Indian home cooking my whole life. My idea of what's spicy and what's not is kind of skewed compared to the average, let's say. In the same way that I think of Plutonia as, like, the baseline difficulty by which I compare other Doom mods. You know, whereas, like, harder than Plutonia is like, okay, that's a fair challenge. And easier than Plutonia, I'm like, oh, that's nothing. Or, like, you know, regular Doom 2. My perspective would be like, oh yeah, Doom 2 is pretty easy. And Plutonia is like where it starts to be challenging. Yeah. Yeah, right, Nanara? That was level 25 of Bloodstain. I think I died 250 times in that room alone. That room was nightmarish. Welcome back, Deftly Ignorant. I'm talking about how I am an unreliable narrator when it comes to Doom difficulty. Like, I'm a bad judge of what's a difficult Doom level. That room that I just dealt with was very nasty. Doom is hard. I don't mean to laugh at you. I am just laughing because I was just talking about how it's like, if you asked somebody who grew up eating spicy food if a jalapeno is spicy, they'd probably just say, no, a jalapeno's tasty. Which it is. But, I've been playing Doom for so long that my idea of what is or isn't challenging in Doom is way off. It's skewed. You know, I'm not to be trusted if I say that something's not very difficult. Because to my perspective, Plutonia is perfectly manageable. Ooh, alright. What's our effect gonna be? This one will only last for this level. So demons can leap at their prey? The assassin. A revenant will try to assassinate you. Or launch augment. Cack of demon projectiles travel twice as fast. I know what I would pick personally, but I'm gonna let you decide. While we're vibing to the music. I'm vibing to the music at least. So my inclination class is to choose the assassin. Yeah, absolutely, Deftly Ignorant. Ask away. I'm always happy to be a resource for singing. Matter of fact, I have organized a VTuber choir and am organizing a second VTuber choir project as we speak, wherein I organized other VTubers and helped them with their singing and organized them singing some classical music, which most of them had not tried before. So I am always happy to help people out with singing. I'm going to choose the assassin. I want to know what happens if a revenant tries to assassinate me. So we start level 4, Caged. Yeah, this level's got a super hot start. There we go. Gonna save there, because that's, whoops. Wild beginning. Whoops. Ooh, recommendations for warm-ups and voice practice. So, that's actually a very good mindset. Thinking of vocal warm-ups as being similar to physical warm-ups is a very good analogy, because your entire vocal apparatus are, interconnected sets of muscles. Now, I generally caution against online resources because it can be easy if you don't have someone with you to essentially confirm if you're doing things right. But that said, one YouTube resource I would recommend is a man called Ken Tamplin. He has a lot of videos. He should have a playlist of kind of basic exercises, and what I would recommend doing is going through some of those videos and recording yourself. Like, if you have a webcam, turn it on and record yourself so you can review the footage, listen and watch, and see if you're correctly applying the things he's talking about. But he'll give you a lot of good basic warm-ups. So it's funny that you mention choosing a random physical workout, because a few years ago, I wanted to work on my endurance and build up some muscle. And I ended up finding the 5x5 program that way, and just decided, you know what, this is as good as anything else, and I'll stick with it for a few months. It was either 5x5 or 3x5, something like that. The basic concept being, they were just good, isometric exercises like squats, bench press, overhead press, that engage a lot of different muscle groups, just good basics of lifting. So I just chose that and decided to do it for a few months. Kind of, as you were saying, like, just chose something at random. I mean, it was a good thing to choose. As long as you're doing something and doing it consistently, that has value. That's a good way to approach it. But if you're looking for an online resource that can be helpful, I would recommend Ken Tamplin's channel. That was a tongue twister. Just because he gives mostly good advice, I would say. and it's fairly easy to follow. I would just don't think of YouTube as a substitute for like real vocal instruction if it's something that's available to you. But it is a real resource that you can take advantage of. You know, I don't want you to think that you shouldn't use YouTube, because you should. It's just, you know, a caution. Don't, because if you unknowingly develop, so that's a good approach, Nanara. I would say, though, it's just important if you can have, you know, a friend or somebody, you know, watch you or offer some kind of, some kind of real-time feedback. That's the main thing that you're missing with, you know, an online resource, is that it's, you know, asynchronous rather than real-time. And you want to avoid a scenario where you might be, you know, unknowingly develop bad habits. Like, imagine if you were, you know, learning how to squat and you didn't have, you know, a mirror or any way to confirm your form, and you developed bad form for a weightlifting exercise. You know, the bad habits can do damage and become harder to correct. So I think that's why it's actually a really useful thing to think about vocal exercises in the same way that you would think about physical exercises. Because they are physical exercises. You know, your voice is as much part of your body as anything else. So that's the way I think of it, at least. And there are a lot of excellent resources online. You know, I don't want to dissuade people from using those resources. But just have, you know, I would say realistic expectations for what they can do and what their limitations are. And my main caution would be don't use it as a substitute for vocal instruction, but to augment, you know, formal instruction if that's accessible to you. And if formal instruction isn't accessible, don't be discouraged, because there's lots and lots of good habits that you can pick up and then can confirm on your own by use of, say, a webcam or a mirror or something like that. You know, I often practice in front of a mirror to make sure that I am, you know, doing things right. Yeah. I totally feel you, Deftly Ignorant. When I was first learning, like, how to squat, I didn't have anyone there with me, and I would literally... I would set my phone up to record a video, and send it to a friend of mine who knows what he's doing, and be like, is this form okay? And send it from, you know, multiple different angles. But that was, you know, that was worthwhile. And you can do the same thing with, you know, voice. Yeah, I mean, squats are pretty easy. You know, I think anybody can learn to do a good squat. Really, everybody should learn to do a good squat. It's just a good exercise. Not just a good exercise, it's a natural motion that you should be making all the time in your daily life. Exactly, better safe than sorry. You know, I've always been fairly physically active. You know, I do a lot of hiking, specifically. But, you know, that's not the same as, you know, weightlifting. It's different muscle groups, it's different form. Yeah, this past summer I actually did a pretty long, like a week-long through hike on part of the Appalachian Trail. Just under 150 miles. And that was a wonderful, wonderful adventure. I've done long hikes before, but that was the longest through hike I've done to this point. It was extremely satisfying. Averaged a little over 20 miles a day, which I felt pretty good about. You know, I know that's not extraordinary by standards of people who do that a lot, but somebody who's basically, you know, a hobby hiker, not bad. Ooh, I took a lot of damage there. I got spooked by a lost soul. Well, I'm starting to get my ass kicked. You know what? Rather than beating my head against the already... Oh, 10K's the longest you've been on. Yeah, I think, what, 20 miles would be about 32 kilometers? I think the longest single day of hiking I've done would be about, just shy of 50 kilometers in a day. So actually, class, I'm gonna finish my beer as a penalty. What I'm going to do is load up just regular Doom 2, but we're gonna go hard on the corruption cards. Just because I'm beating my head against Plutonia and not having a great time. Whoops. Wrong Doom. And I'm losing focus, and I don't want to lose focus. Alright, but we're going to go back to hardcore, where the effects stack permanently. I just want to be able to see more effects, you know? Get a little crazier. Yeah, if you get the chance, Deftly Ignorant, I would absolutely recommend going on longer hikes. Either solo or with somebody. The corruption cards are a wonderful idea. You know, they add a lot of life and personality to a game you might already know very well. And a lot of challenge. So we're going to go on hardcore. With the full pool... Oh, too many bears. I did have a bear run-in on my summer trip. I was hiking with a friend of mine, and we just yelled at the bear and it ran away. But that's a harrowing experience. Okay, so our options are Leaking Soul. Your bonus health drains over time. Paranoia. You hear monsters in your head. Or Healing Traps. Add several healing traps to the level. Now these effects will be permanent until the game is over. So what will it be, class? Oh yeah. No, definitely be safe, Deftly Ignorant. You know, I live in the Northeast, so even, you know, I've been to the absolute, you know, northern terminus of the Appalachian Trail before, Katahdin in Maine. And even, I mean, Katahdin is fairly remote in itself. Maine's got that 100-mile wilderness in it. But even there, you know, it's not quite so remote as that. And there's small towns all over. Also, if you ever get the chance, I don't know if you're in the US or not, but if you ever get the chance, Katahdin is a magical mountain. Let's see, what will What will my permanent effect be, class? Should I do Leaking Soul so I can't really have more than 100% health? Or should I let monsters have a chance to heal in the level? Or just Paranoia, where I hear monsters in my head? What do we think? Alright, what's it gonna be, Nanara? Paranoia it is. So now we're just on plain old Doom 2. Which is easy and cheerful. Oh my god. That's frightening, Deathly Ignorant. Yeah, maybe don't don't do, you know, long solo hikes if that's the case. There we go. I mean, even if it's 20 years ago, that doesn't mean it's not scary, you know? Doom 2's first level is just so nostalgic for me. Yeah, I've been to Canada several times, but never into what feels like, you know, far remote Canada. You know, it's mostly been to places that are cities or well settled. All right. Oh, sergeants are able to fly. Sergeants have increased movement speed. Or demons deal extra damage if wounded. What's it gonna be, class? Alright, Marmotato. What's it gonna be? Fly away. Sergeants are able to fly. This should be entertaining. Oh, he's got a jetpack on. Let's see. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what... Oh, that's funny. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. Yeah, I can't aim up anyway, it's fine. Or rather, Doom Guy does aim up, he just doesn't have to look up to do it. He's that good. Ooh, Queen Charlotte Island. Yeah, Fly Me to the Moon's a good song to sing. I was just trying to think, like, what song has fly in it that I could, you know, have some fun with. God, getting the super shotgun for the first time, you feel like an unstoppable god. Oh, it's so good. It is also weirdly satisfying to just sing while playing a game. Do any of you feel that, class? Have any of you ever done that? Where you just playing a video game and just kind of start singing a song to yourself? So I do that a lot. Like, a ton. Usually it'll be whatever song is stuck in my head, or if I've got a gig coming up, a song I need to learn. Or I'll just, like, mess around and feel out, you know, the limits of my voice, things like that. Like, I was recently, got curious about what are called subharmonics. Subharmonics meaning literally using the mechanics of your voice to sing. Think of like a super deep Russian bass, like an octavist. So it turns out there is a technique to do that, and it's not just, you know, be born a Russian basso profundo. There's a way to essentially make your voice jump an octave down, which is to sing a note clean and then let your vocal fry just touch over the sound as you're doing it. And the sound an octave lower will pop out for physics reasons. So every now and then, if I'm driving somewhere, or if I'm doing something idly around the house, like I'm doing laundry or washing the dishes or something, I'll just work on something like that. Or similarly with, you know, throat singing, like overtone singing. So here's an example of the subharmonics. So if I just sing like, you know, fairly low note, and I want to sing the octave below it, feel like, it's hard to get it working just right. Doesn't help that I'm kind of drunk. Ooh. There you go. Hear how it suddenly kind of dropped an octave? Throat singing has a... So throat singing would be more like... So that's something that I like to play around with. Subharmonics work on a similar principle. So even though most of those, you know, super deep Russian basses just genuinely have that super low voice, I can kind of fake that sound by going like, ooh. Not very useful. Also, I'm not a bass. I'm a high tenor in my real life. Throat singing is fascinating, Xavier, because, so, you know, we think of throat singing and we think of Mongolia, but that's not necessarily, that's not the only place you should think of. So throat singing is actually common all over the world, not just in, you know, Mongolia or Tibet. So Sardinia in Italy actually has a tradition of throat singing that sounds extremely similar called canto a tenore, Sardinian pastoral songs. So I'm going to pull this up because I only learned about this fairly recently. By fairly recently, I mean in like the last 2 years. And this kind of, it blew my mind a little bit because, you know, most people are familiar with Mongolian throat singing, Tuvan throat singing, that sort of thing. So when I learned that there was essentially a European equivalent, it was, you know, kind of shocking, but in a good way. It was like, of course there would be. You know, it makes sense that there would be. I'm going to pull this up because it's too interesting not to. Okay, here we go. Let me just make the window a little smaller. Whoops. Wrong window. There we go. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing, Deftly Ignorant, with Prime Gaming. Much, much appreciated. Okay, so this is Canto a Tenore, Sardinian pastoral songs. So you've got one person who essentially acts as a cantor. You know, like, think of in a church service where you've got one person declaiming the text and then other people join in. You'll hear what I mean.
Canto a tenore has developed within the pastoral culture of Sardinia. It is a form
So you hear that
of
sound,
singing,
that very
formed
rich,
by a group of 4 men
it's
using
polyphonic
4 different
singing.
voices called basso, contra, bocche, and mesubocche. Most practitioners live in the region of Barbagia and other parts of central Sardinia.
Do you hear that very rich, rich harmony? So you can hear multiple tones in that sound. Now, the reason it's a hard to quantify sound. So when you hear, you know, a person's voice, you're not hearing just one note. The human voice is made of a rich array of tones and overtones. And that's why, you know, we don't sound like a sine wave, which is just one sound. But the way you shape, say, your larynx and your mouth and the interior of that can cause different overtones to pop out, basically, which is why this one person can sing multiple notes at once. And that's how this kind of music functions.
The solo singer chants a piece of prose or a poem, while the other voices form an accompanying chorus. It is performed standing in a close circle.
Like, you hear two notes very strongly there.
One of its characteristics is the deep and guttural timbre of the basso and contra voices.
It's so fascinating. So when I'm just, you know, by myself, if I'm driving somewhere or, you know, around the house.
The voice of the night,
Yes, Deftly Ignorant. Very much so.
songs, such as Mutos, Gossos, and Balos.
It's an amazing sound. So, one of the interesting things, though, about throat singing is that there's so many different ways you can make that effect happen. And in what's surely one of the strangest cases of happenstance in world history that I can think of is in the late 1920s, a singer of cowboy songs in the United States named Arthur Miles recorded a song called The Lonely Cowboy. This was in 1929. He was from Dallas, Texas. And he did essentially a form of yodeling. You know, he thought he was yodeling, but what he was really doing was a form of throat singing. So you'll hear what I mean. He makes this otherworldly sound.
On a Franklin range one night, their heads up on
Only rather than a low and guttural sound, this one is high and pure, whistle-like.
burning bright. Some were telling stories, and some were singing songs, and some were smoking
Here we go. Do you hear that high whistle? That's the overtone popping out. So he's singing, and then because of the way he's shaped the interior of his vocal apparatus, basically, those high tones pop out. That's extremely similar to a certain style of Mongolian throat singing. Only, this was a man in 1929 Texas. He probably didn't know where Mongolia was. It's amazing sounding. Let's hear it again. Oh, not yet. And his face showed a light of good care. His eyes were of a heavenly blue, and he had. And you must think he probably found this the same way that we were just talking about. Just exploring his voice. Oh, Nanara, I would be willing to bet that most cultures around the world have found some form of polyphonic singing. But maybe, it was just one or two people. As he raised his head from his saddle, and he gazed the rough crowd o'er, said, boys, I'll tell you the reason. I do quite like his regular singing voice, too. It's very honest sounding. But then you hear that, and it's just like, my God. Just amazing. All right. long tangent over about the universality of throat singing. So Deftly Ignorant, I would say most men are baritones, generally speaking. Oh, also, I don't think we chose a thing for this level. So either pinkies are more aggressive, zombie men are able to fly, or sergeants have increased movement speed. Someone choose that. But generally speaking, most men are baritones, because that's, a fairly typical vocal range. Though when it comes to classical music, if you're thinking about choral works, most choral music don't have basses going too low and don't have tenors going too high. It's when you move into solo repertoire that you start to see extremes on either side. Or rather than extremes, it's where your tessitura lies, where the meat of your voice is. So I can fake being a bass for purposes of, teaching members of the VTuber choir or recording a barbershop quartet. But in reality, I'm a high tenor. Yeah, or recording. Recording, it's especially easy because I've got a microphone and I don't need to, project. But when I'm, if I'm performing, I am a tenor. A fairly high tenor. I have a relatively low speaking voice, but this is about as low as my voice goes. If I'm singing classical music, what's something I've sung recently? So, great example. Not long ago, I sang. I've sung this on stream actually. From Mendelssohn's Elijah, the recitative in aria, "Ye people rend your hearts, and if with all your hearts you truly seek me." That sounds like, if with all your heart ye truly seek me. It's quite high. And that's where my voice really lies for that kind of serious singing. I can sing a lot lower than that, but I wouldn't perform like that, because I wouldn't be able to project it. It wouldn't be a quality sound. Most men fall into the baritone range in the same way that most women fall into, like, a mezzo-soprano range, whereas like a true contralto, like a woman with a deep, powerful voice, is rare in the same way that a coloratura soprano is rare, which is that high, light, agile voice. Training can do a lot. Your vocal range can be very, very expansive, but you have to know where kind of the meat of your voice lies. Yeah, Marmotato, I remember expecting in high school, actually, to be a bass. And when she said, "Oh no, you're definitely a tenor," I was like, are you sure? Are you sure I'm a tenor? Let's make Zombie Men Fly. There's so much diversity. Oh, that was such a satisfying shot. There's so much range and diversity when it comes to the human voice. I mean, it's an endlessly fascinating topic, in my opinion. And I think most people's opinions, because, we've never stopped investigating, what is the human voice capable of? And the answer is tons. This level is where the chain gunner was introduced to Doom. The bastards. This is one of those levels that you can tell, like, John Romero was playing a lot of deathmatch when he designed it. Because if you're good, you can make a jump down there and get a whole cache of goodies that you have to imagine John Romero knew where they were back in the day, and would then go pick them up and wreck shit. There we go. In deathmatch. There we go. Oh wait, that's the wrong way. Yanomancer, you really want to be insulted? Well, Nyanomancer, I think you are a vain, muddy-metalled hag. You are a withered, impudent pumpion. A pinch-spotted, rump-fed whoreson. I love the Shakespearean insults. Yeah, definitely ignorant. The voice is absolutely an instrument. That stung more than you thought it would. Absolutely, Nanara. Hag love. We love hags here. Okay, what is the male equivalent to hag? I need to know, because I am one, whatever it is. No, I'm not a wizard, though. Not a hack. What about a, No, hermit isn't quite right. There's gotta be some equivalent. I mean, crone prone is kind of... What we do in Yowie Hands, we are playing Doom 2 with corruption cards, and they have Old Fart. I think that's the best way. Hold on. Let me check. Did I turn back on my drink redeem? No, I didn't. There we go. So Yowie Hands, Doom 2 is one of my favorite games of all time, but I'm not just playing normal Doom 2 right now. We are playing Doom 2 with the corruption cards mod enabled. Creepy old uncle. I don't like that. I am an uncle. I hope I'm not creepy. I hear a spec. Oh no. I forgot I had the paranoia card. Works for hag replacement then. Oh, this... I forgot that I had the paranoia effect active. Because I keep hearing monsters, but there's no monsters around. And it's in my head. I got the voices. There we go. Piece of cake. Yeah, so corruption cards, for anybody just joining us, is a brilliant mod for Doom 2 that adds a sense of like roguelike randomness to the game. So at the start of each map, you get a choice of 3 cards. Here we are. So our choices this time are the Acid Blood enchantment for the Sergeant, so he bleeds lethal acid. Cannibalism enchantment, the Chain Gunner consumes corpses to gain extra health. Or the Leap enchantment, where zombie men can leap at their prey. So I will leave it to you to choose what card I have to draw, class. So just vibing to the classic Doom 2. What's it gonna be, Nanara? Leap? Let's do it. And because I'm playing on hardcore mode, these effects stack every single level. So things are very quickly going to get ridiculous. As you can see, all the sergeants fly, or can fly, as can the zombie men, who can now also apparently leap at their targets. There we go. Thankfully, because we're playing just regular old Doom 2, even with all this added zaniness, the game is still quite easy. Though the last time I said that, I got rolled in short order. Oh, Yowie Hands, it's... I've literally never stopped playing Doom. Like, I started playing... Ooh... I didn't have one in mind, Nanara, but if you have one, let me know. You know, unless I move to a harder, you know, WAD than just Doom 2. You know, if I was still playing Plutonia, then we'd probably be seeing a bunch. Or if I put on, like, Scythe. I mean, I do still love Scythe 1, even though Scythe 2 is just better in every single way. I have to learn to set Twitch bets. Don't make a boomer learn how to do stuff. It was hard enough to learn how to set up a Oh, so Yowie Hands, regular Plutonia, if I'm just playing normally, regular Plutonia is difficult, but not insurmountable. Like, I've played Plutonia pistol start to finish, ultraviolence, no problem. Much harder for me, you know, I'm pretty deep into punishing myself with Doom. So, you know, I think the hardest single megawatt I've ever played was probably Hell Revealed 2. Hell Revealed 2 was straight up unpleasant. Hell Revealed 2 is an inhospitable game that hates you. It's also, like, it's hard for me to say that Hell Revealed 2 is good. Because I don't think it is. Like, I like it, but it's for people who hate themselves. Hell Revealed 2 is a nasty, nasty game. Oh, I gotta remember where I'm supposed to go. That's what I'm supposed to do. Alright, now we get a new card. Ooh, what's it gonna be? Sergeants turn to stone on death, which means they don't drop their shotguns, as we learned when playing Plutonia. Imp projectiles travel twice as fast. Or cooperative evil. Monsters no longer infight. If anyone would like, it only costs 100 channel points to say what I have to do. Oh, I'm scared, Nanara. I'm scared. Oh, God. So monsters no longer infighting isn't gonna be the worst for regular Doom 2. If I was playing, like, Plutonia, or if I was playing something much harder than this, if I was playing, like, Hell Revealed, or Scythe 2... Ancient Aliens, Valiant. There are things that would make it impossible. So, I'm gonna keep on Doom 2 for a while. Part of me wants to, like, load up something truly sadistic like Hell Revealed 2 with this and see what it looks like. Or maybe something good, like Scythe 2. So for anybody who's, you know, a big Doom fan, some of the best, you know, megawatts of the past 15 years or so. Oh yeah, Yowie Hands, this works on any WAD. So if you use something like, you know, Doom Launcher, you can just load up whatever WAD or iWAD you want to play, and then this on top of it. So, like, I even played a little bit of Chex Quest with this on, just to see if it worked, and it did. So, like, if you want to spice up your favorite Megawad, you could apply this to it. So, like, recently I've been doing a UV pistol start playthrough of Ancient Aliens, which, for my money, not that it cost any money, it's free, but for my money, Ancient Aliens is probably the single best Doom 2 Megawad there is. Like, Skillsaw, I mean, anything Skillsaw makes, I'm gonna go out of my way to recommend that everybody play it. But Ancient Aliens with corruption cards enabled would be a ton of fun, I bet. And probably still relatively doable. Oh god, they don't infight anymore! I do not think Scythe or Scythe 2 would be beatable with no infighting. I'm curious, how many of you, class, know what Scythe or Scythe 2 are, as far as Doom is concerned? I just ate that point blank. Vaguely familiar. So, Scythe and Scythe 2 are both full 32 level megawads made by a Swedish guy named Eric Alm. Eric Alm has got to be one of the best Doom mappers probably ever. He had... I say had. I should say has, because he's not, you know, he's not dead. He just hasn't made a map in 10 years. he's got an unbelievable command of what makes a map good. And, ooh, what's it going to be? Acid Blood, Sergeants bleed lethal acid. Demons electrocute nearby players. Rescue mission. Find Daisy before exiting the level, or else. That's ominous. That's ominous, and I don't feel good about that. All right, Yowie hands, what's it going to be? Can't leave the bunny hanging. It's not just the bunny. It's Daisy. You know, put some respect on her name. Also, this map serves as the introduction of the Revenant into Doom 2. Whoops. My first time dying in a while. Real gamer moment, 1% health. Let's do it. We got this. We got this. No problem. Problems. Lots of problems. Oh dear. Let's try that again. Alright, that's better. That's a lot better. Hey class, what do you want to bet that I'm gonna forget that I need to find Daisy? Whoops! Whoops. Oh, in Doom 1% is 1%. Trust me. Doom doesn't fake its thrills. It knows. It knows I crave the punishment. Oh, they must do the same with phone batteries. So for a phone class, I have a Google Pixel 3. And I have for a while now. I think almost 3 years. Its battery is absolutely starting to go. But it will sometimes be at 1% for like 2 hours. And I wonder, like, is that a problem in the coding, or is that just like... You know, I wonder, is it on purpose? Shit. Didn't mean to teleport over there already. 8% means dead. Ooh, surprised that killed him. Come on. Shit. Yeah, create that false sense of urgency. Right, Marmotano? Like, phone batteries have goals beyond my comprehension. Like, its objectives are not for mere mortals to know. Yeah. So, I will say, I have learned against setting fake deadlines. I will occasionally tell people that there are soft deadlines and hard deadlines. Oh, Yowie Hands, I've played quite a lot of Ultra Kill. It's extraordinarily fun. Ultra Kill has got to be... It understands what makes shooters fun in a way that I feel like a lot of other games don't. I do like Dusk. Dusk is very good. I will say my enjoyment of Dusk is mostly tied to how much I enjoy Quake, which I would say is a lot, but not as much as Doom. Also, so satisfying. I don't know why the Spider Mastermind is there, but it's so satisfying to crush her. Yes, exactly. Mobility is key. Let's crush that Spider Mama. And she's dead. Oh, it's still going down. There we go. Now we can continue. Oh, wait. There we go. Yeah, now I do think there is a place for FPS games that have, you know, the whole look down sights, you know, be careful, slow and deliberate thing. But that really should be reserved for games that are very deliberately doing, you know, realism as their driving force. You know, if that's not the point of your game's not going to be fun. Go. This, get down there. Oh man, the paranoia effect that I picked up earlier is really messing with me. Because Doom has so many like oral cues, like audio cues, that when I hear something like that pinky snarl, I immediately, like, freak out and look around and try to see, okay, where's it coming from? Because you need to, otherwise you're gonna die. Ah, or like that Lost Soul sound, like... I will go crazy. I guess is why the effect is called paranoia. Right. I think I'm gonna finish this map in the next. Wow, PA Master, thank you for the host. Much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying showing off corruption cards to such a large audience. There we go. It's a game called Enlisted where you command squads. Very cool. Oh, I'm having a blast, PA Master. So, earlier I was playing Plutonia on hardcore with it, but it's just getting to be too much. So I thought to better show off all the different effects in the game. Shit, I'm gonna die. Fell in there. To show off all the different effects in the game, all the different, you know, scenarios the cards can bring, I decided to just go back to regular Doom 2 and show off, you know, oh wait, did I not go do all that? Yeah, but regular Doom 2 is much better for just showing all the effects of the cards than Plutonia. Playing Plutonia with this on is extremely fun. Actually, earlier I was playing a bit of Scythe 1 off stream with it. I could say I went to it. You know, actually, tomorrow I will be playing Plutonia co-op on a friend's channel, so we will really, really be going to it. I have tried to solo net Plutonia before, and I just couldn't do it. Not strong enough. I'm not Zero Master. I am okay at Doom, but I'm not good enough to solo net Plutonia. Well, maybe I am. I haven't tried. Plutonia 2, if we want to not just go to it, if we want to go for it, we could do that. Now I just want to play Go To It. Especially since the Plutonia MIDI pack came out. It gives Plutonia so much more personality. There we go. Love when you get a 3-for-1 like that. I'll also never not get a kick out of, like, the flying sergeants here. It's so goofy. I've also got to say, PA Master, this is extraordinarily good work. Not fall down there again. So that's a surefire way to die. Killed the lost soul. There we go. Okay. Oh man, those just extraneous monster sounds put me so on edge. Oh, can I make this jump? It's so tricky. There we go. Oh, it's so satisfying. I love that. Yeah, I'm fighting the shadows late at night. It's true. I mean, it's almost 2 a.m. Alright, maybe I'll call it a night after the next map, after Dead Simple. Or after Dead Simple, maybe I'll show you what some truly, truly evil maps look like. And I'll put corruption cards on and see how unwinnable they are. So I'm just thinking of, like, map 32 in Hell Revealed 2. That can't be humanly possible with corruption cards on, depending on what comes up. Right. Let's hit the switches, grab the key. Kill all the baddies in here. Also, encounters like this are why Doom 2 is so much better than Doom 1. It's like, this is almost a fight that raises your heart rate. Keyword on almost. It's still a very short fight. Alright. Now let's go to Dead Simple. Maybe the most iconic Doom 2 map, the one that has spawned the most imitators by far. You have entered deeply into the infested starport. But something is wrong. The monsters have brought their own reality with them, and the starport's technology is being subverted by their presence. Ahead, you see an outpost of hell, a fortified zone. If you can get past it, you can penetrate into the haunted heart of the starbase and find the controlling switch which holds Earth's population hostage. Alright. So, what will we choose, class? Death Impact. Arachnotrons shove nearby entities away on death. Earthquake. An earthquake may occur. Or Blood Fury Enchantment. Arachnotron deals extra damage if wounded. Good options all. So what will it be, class? And keep in mind, these effects last for the rest of the game. Personally, I'm leaning towards the Arachnotrons shoving enemies away. That's because I'm trying to be nice to myself. If anybody has 100 channel points and would like to dictate what I do, now is your time. If not, I will happily choose for myself and not punish myself too hard. Alright, what's it gonna be, Nanara? Earthquake. Let's do it. Also, for anybody who doesn't know, Dead Simple, Map 7 of Doom 2, has a hard-coded Mancubus death effect. So when Mancubi die on a Map 7, it will unlock a trigger. Oh, there's Daisy. Okay, Daisy's been found. Thank goodness. I almost forgot. We have to find Daisy every level. But when Mancubus die, it will lower the walls to the outdoor corridor where there are a lot of Arachnotrons. But that happens on every Map 7. Like, that effect is exclusive to Map 7s in Doom 2. And that naturally means that most Megawads, their Map 7, are some kind of Dead Simple clone or imitator. A lot of them are very good. A lot of them are very uninspired clones. Granted, if you're going to copy something, you're copying, you know, one of the most iconic Doom 2 levels. And if you do a good job copying it, you know, then it feels like an original idea. That's how copying works. Bleeding points today. I mean, I'm glad, though. Well, I want my points to be used. It's fun. Fun for me, hopefully fun for you. I don't need to waste that much cell ammo. Okay. So I missed this. Oh, earthquake. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, this is intense. We're getting bounced around. I missed a switch somewhere. Maybe I just need to finish off the Arachnotrons. There we go. It is wild how intense that earthquake feels. Okay, there we go. That level's a piece of cake. Alright. I am going to save here. And I think this may be where I call it for the night. Actually, you know what? No, we're not going to call it for the night. We're going to look at a few sadistically difficult levels quickly and see if they... Let's see how they play with corruption cards. You know, just out of curiosity. So I am going to load up here Hell Revealed 2, which came out in 2003. Hell Revealed 2 is a game for sadists. It is a game for people who want to feel bad. So let's play some of it. And I'm going to show you a couple key levels here. Ooh, we've got mystery eggs, imps may pretend to die, or chain gunners can carry monsters. No, fuck that. There's archviles in almost every single level of Hell Revealed 2. Map 32, the secret level, the super secret level in Hell Revealed 2, has over 80 archviles. Think about it, over 80 archviles in one level. We're gonna put mystery eggs in the level. So this is how our map starts. Hot start. Bad guys everywhere. Also, a theme you'll notice all throughout Hell Revealed 2 are these really cool 3D bridges. Also, Hell Revealed 2 has a fire soundtrack. Oh god. The eggs are not making this easier. So I'm sure you're noticing. This is the first map. This is about as easy as Hell Revealed 2 gets. I want you to think about that. Really, really just chew on that. You know, this switch is harder than pretty much any level in Retail Doom 2. Except maybe the chasm, and that's just because of platforming. There we go. Tiny Cacodemon! Look at him! Oh, that's precious. Oh, I love that. So I can already say definitively, corruption cards are making this harder. There's already been new enemies spawning in that shouldn't be here. Okay, so let's look at level 32. And let's go for Chaos. How's the gaming, Snovabites? The gaming is intense. We're playing with corruption cards on Hell Revealed 2. Oh, Nanara, you don't even know. There's harder sets than Hell Revealed 2, but Hell Revealed 2 has got to be one of the most sadistic. Oh, cyber demons are more aggressive. Great. This level's got like 15 cyber demons. Okay. I don't know if I can beat this. That's as many as 3 5s, and that's terrible. Holy shit. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, here's what I need. Doom is intended, indeed. Oh, the cyber demons are more aggressive, I forgot. So, Hell Revealed 2 Map 32 has over 1,600 enemies and is just an absolute wild, insane slaughterfest that I am assuredly not sober enough to do right now. Now, I have beaten this level before. Also, I apologize for how loud the game is right now. Let me turn that down. Oh, yeah. No, it's... know what? I'm just gonna put on God mode and max ammo to show you just how insane this level looks. And now, do you want to know one of the craziest things about this level? I've played Doom levels that have way more enemies than this. I think the largest level I've ever played had 42,000 enemies, but was also nowhere near as chaotic as this. Like, this is just... I mean, look at this. I am held aloft by Archviles right now. Now, let's look at a more normal level in Hell Revealed 2. Still very difficult. This is The Path 2. It's a sequel to a level in Hell Revealed 1. Not by the same mapper, but inspired by. This also has one of the best tracks. The music is called Temple of Judgment, and it rules. It is pure MIDI heavy, pure heavy metal MIDI. The level just starts you and says, go. So hold on, I'm gonna adjust the sound so that you get more music, less gun. Because this is just... like, this is the stuff. Also, like how many Archviles there are right at the start? We've got 790 enemies to deal with. So there's a BFG that you can snag if you're careful right from the start. So like I was saying earlier, Hell Revealed 2 is made for sadists. It's made for people who want to experience emotion. If you want to feel something, play Hell Revealed 2. You'll feel a lot of things. Mostly anguish, but you'll feel it. It's... I mean, just look at this. These are the kinds of levels that you really... you need to learn them before you can beat them. And that's a valid style of gameplay. It's not usually what I like, but I sat myself down and forced myself to beat this once upon a time. It was painful. I don't think I want to do it again. The music does help, because the music rules. On kind of the opposite end of the spectrum, you've got something like Scythe 2. Ooh. So the answer to your question, Marmotato, is nuts.wad. So, from well-made to challenging to throwing enemies for the sake of it, that's nuts.wad. It doesn't matter what card I choose. Nothing matters. So, this is nuts.wad. There are 10,617 enemies in it. I want to point out that my computer has an RTX 3070 graphics card. It is about to slow to a crawl when I wake up these monsters. Oh yeah, we've got some Led Zeppelin playing. Now, I could drop the resolution. Yeah, the Kashmir MIDI. The Kashmir MIDI's great. I could drop the resolution because I am playing at like 1440p, which is excessive. It's not really necessary for Doom. Oh yeah, here's the other room, by the way. It's full of almost nothing but Cyber Demons, Archviles, and Spider Masterminds. I am aloft in the air. Stuck in the corner. I went to the wrong corner. Oh yeah, there's a second room. Hold on. So people have beaten this legit, you know, no bullshit. Hold on, let me reload that in a different source port and it'll run a little better. Let's see. It doesn't matter what I choose here. Imps can invert their gravity. There we go. Hold on. It is a literal army. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Now it should run better. So there are people who have beaten this, you know, with 100% kills, legitimately, you know, not using any cheats or anything. It's not really worth it because as a map, it's very uninteresting. It's 2 rooms full of, you know, as many enemies as you can possibly cram into the game. Shit, I forgot to pick up the invulnerability. So, not a super interesting level as far as, you know, gameplay goes. Let's see. What else is interesting and difficult? Okay. Here's something interesting and difficult. So this is Scythe 2. This is a Megawad by Eric Alm that came out in 2005 and was completed in 2009. It is... I mean, it's genius as a game. Also, let me fix my display options. Hold on. So... I mean, it starts out like a fairly normal set of levels. You know, nothing outrageous or extraordinary. However, this is map 27. Which is called, I think it's called Nightmare something. As a MIDI, it uses Dancing Mad from Final Fantasy VI. You know, the final boss fight. And it is one of the most insane levels I have ever played. It's a work of art. And the MIDI could not possibly suit it better. Final Fantasy VI might also be my favorite JRPG of all time. It's tied right up there with Skies of Arcadia. And the music is a huge part of the reason why. So this is the opening room where you have to box your way out of all of this. Which, granted, isn't that bad. I mean, I say it's not that bad. Watch me, like, eat some embarrassing death right here or something. There we go. Then you finally get a gun. Not necessarily worth using yet, but I know I'm gonna put on God mode. I just want to show you what this level looks like. I'm not being proud right now. I will probably do a Scythe 2 playthrough on stream sometime because it's extremely good. But it's very, very difficult. Granted, I put on God mode and it's not like I'm absorbing hits left and right or anything, but there's a courtyard area in this level when you get to, and you just look at it and you're like, this can't be real. This can't be what the game wants me to do. But it is. This level has no BFG. You will face the hordes of hell with a rocket launcher and you will goddamn like it. It helps so much that the MIDI is dancing mad. It just adds this unbelievable sense of dread and wonder and fun. I mean, that might just be because I love Final Fantasy VI, but this track slaps either way. I mean, you know what's crazy? When even with God mode on, this doesn't feel easy. So just the music is so good. I can't get over it. I wonder if a playthrough of Scythe 2 is even possible with corruption cards on. I'm sure it is for someone who's a much better player than me, but the music or the level? No. Here we go. This is the arena. The level. Yeah. I mean, it's legendary. Look at this. Like, this is absolutely astonishing work. Just how cool is this, you know? I mean, I have a big grin on my face right now. Just looking at this, like, wild spectacle. Alright. It is almost 2:30 in the morning, though. For me, at least. And I am getting quite tired. So I think now would be a good time to go find somebody to raid. Who is streaming late? Whoops. Got my own audio playing. Oh, yeah, Marmotato. The just amazing, amazing visuals. Oh, I know who I would like to raid. Callie Calico is having her 6-month anniversary event right now. So why don't we go raid into that and join the fun? She's a magical girl, currently under house arrest. But don't worry, she's a great person. Don't worry about the house arrest part. Let's go see what she is up to. Thank you, Xavier. Yeah, Nanara, if you can, play Doom 2. No, not a murderer, deftly ignorant, just under house arrest. Don't worry about it. Maho Shoujo stuff. So, actually, since it was a Doom stream, we're going to go with our standard Doom raid message. of Raid and Tear. Give me just a moment, class. There we go. There it is. You haven't played a video game in 2 years. Watching anime girls play video games. Well, and anime guys. If I count as anime. I don't know. Do I count as anime? Either way, let's go raid Callie Calico and wish her a happy... I'm an anime girl now. Ooh. You've made me laugh too hard. I've swallowed my drink the wrong way. Let's go congratulate Callie Calico on her 6-month anniversary. Raid and Tear is the message, folks. Thank you all for stopping by. I will be on tomorrow night on Floor's channel to play some Plutonia co-op. And Sunday, I will probably hop online for maybe some karaoke. We will see how I feel after my music gigs. So thank you all very much for stopping by, and I will see you next time.
Cat, and he's very sweet, and he's very lovable, and he's very gentle. So thank you. Oh, these damn Callie's magic is giving me these damn women emotions. I'm so sorry.